What's up? What's up? Tuesday, May 27th, day after Memorial Day. Brought to you by DraftKings. Pick Central brought to you by DraftKings. The NBA Finals are almost here, and every play could be the one that changes everything. This is the NBA playoffs, where heroes rise, legacies are built, and the action never lets up. And with the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you don't just watch the madness, you live it. Back your favorite team, ride with your clutch time killer. Bet on buzzer beaters, the breakout performances, the game-winning threes. From player props to same-game parlays, this is how you take your fandom to the next level. New to the game, no sweat. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll score – there's got to be an error. Phil, 300 in bonus bets? They've upped it?
Yeah. That's
300 in bonus bets. It's that easy. DraftKings always hits the next level. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code PICKCENTRAL. That's code PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. When you bet just $5 only on DraftKings, the crown is yours. I think that's the highest sign-up I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
In terms of the best times to get involved. Like if you're looking at people to take care of that. So the crown is yours. All right, a eventful-filled weekend, obviously, with the Knicks playing Friday and Sunday. Oklahoma City kind of takes a little bit of a stranglehold here on this series, 3-1.
Bizarrely, though, I don't know if my mic's on, which would surprise me.
It's on.
Okay.
Mine on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, yes.
Kind of a strange, like Oklahoma City basically just didn't show up on Saturday.
That is why I was telling you before that they have those games.
I know, but I'm still sticking with my theory.
Well, the theory's done.
No, it's not.
It's not as
You
dominant.
can't be the most dominant team in playoff history and lose like that.
I never said the most dominant. That's not what I said.
Well, no, that's what we
say?
were talking about.
I said they're not going to lose more than 2 games.
No. But the theme of that conversation.
They're very dominant, but they do. But
I think that
That's the only problem.
So you said
so if they,
in consideration for that, like an.
I think so. I think not just dominant in the playoffs. I mean like dominant in season 1. I meant like the whole season.
I didn't think
like,
this
if
is
you
the
win
thing, though.
very
Clemson.
easily
If they win 68 games and they do sweep or win the finals in 5 games, and they win this one in 5 games, I think that's pretty fucking dominant. No, there's a lot of things that need to
It
happen.
also went 7. You're just pushing away the 7. That's not dominant.
No.
I mean, but how many teams?
I know, but
series,
there is though people that have done it. It's only I don't.
Like the Bulls are dominant.
This is where I'm saying we're arguing like things where it's like I think most of us. There's some biased people that it's tough. You're not going to go against your own team,
right?
But like obviously, I think OKC is the best team and is going to win it all
by far. I think.
But like you said, 2 games where it's like they just have those lapse games where it's like, what the fuck is this team? That team sucks. And then all of a sudden, next game they're back to dominant. Like they have those games where they let people back in.
Saturday was embarrassing, right? Like no argument here, Marty. But I do think though, I still think they're gonna just beat the shit out of whoever. And credit to Timberwolves actually. That game yesterday was awesome. The last minute was dreadful. I mean, that game was awesome.
Their 2 stars just didn't show up. But I think I honestly think that the Pacers and Knicks are tougher than the Timberwolves. I really do.
Tougher
100%.
to play against.
I'd say so.
Like the Thunder, I think they'll give them more of a game than the Timberwolves will.
Oh,
I really do. I think they're both better.
I think it's inexcusable what Anthony Edwards is doing.
And it's not being.
This is what I feared.
Crazy talked about.
It's what I feared going. It's exactly. I said this. It's like he has these games where he had 2 shots at halftime. He had one.
Like he sucked, Like it wasn't like he was playing so bad. He just didn't shoot.
He wasn't playing well though.
No, but I'm saying he didn't shoot. Like he just said 2 shots at.
He had one after the first. He scored. I think he had an and one. He had that and one to end the first quarter, and he had 1 shot in the second quarter.
Going by memory, was he?
That doesn't make any sense.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I understand. And OKC, Dort was picking up at half court, and they were denying the ball. I don't give a fuck.
They do it to every superstar.
You're a top 5 player, top 7 player. Go get the ball.
The Timberwolves were doing that to Shea.
Go find ways.
Shea found ways.
Finch has to find ways to get him the ball. There's ways to do that.
He was 1 for 7 from threes yesterday. So maybe I'm trying.
But at halftime,
that was also towards
Plummer. At halftime, he was 1 for 2 from the field.
I know.
But Clemmer, that was also.
I know. I'm playing devil's advocate.
He shot 3 threes at the end to try and tie. Like it was like contested. Also, one of those threes was a half court shot. Like it wasn't him being aggressive. That's where Hubs actually brought that before. That he does sometimes just go away, which is
way too often.
And someone said, if Tatum did that, it's like the biggest story in the fucking world.
It's Minnesota sports. No one gives a fuck.
Not even that.
He gets a likable. He gets a likable.
People like him.
He gets a likable pass.
He's cooler than than most people in the NBA. It's just what it is.
Who is
It's also just not a big enough market.
Yeah, Randall's getting off the hook.
Randall.
Well, all right, so hold on. To your point, Edwards did have a quote. It's media speak, so like I don't really take much out of it. It is kind of weird. I don't look at it like I struggled or Julius Randle struggled. They just had a good game plan making us get off the ball, especially for me, man. They were super in the gaps. I made the right play all night, and then I think he doubled it up. I don't really look like I struggled. I didn't get enough shots to say I struggled, so that might be how you guys look at it. But, yeah, I didn't struggle at all. I just made the right play.
Struggle isn't the word. It's just like you weren't aggressive enough. You were a star. You're a superstar. And your team is
vanished at points.
Your team's on the brink. Your team has a golden opportunity to level this at 2-2 with a chance to go to the finals. If you can steal one in OKC, and he's just you can't go down like that.
Yeah, it's an urge that I want to get this will be the last one. I want to get the ball in the rim, put it up there, but you don't want to take bad shots and get your team out of rhythm.
No,
I was just playing the game the right way, man.
I'd rather him take bad shots than
yeah, you can't. What do you think?
I
7 shots?
Oh, no, 13 shots.
No, I don't think
1 for 7.
You don't mean that. You don't mean that. I'd rather you not take bad shots. Like there was some points, like he was playing well to get the ball to DiVincenzo, who was hot, and Alexander Walker, whatever his name is, he got hot. Like I do think he made some good decisions, but I do wish he was more aggressive.
I don't want him to take bad shots, but you can't be afraid of taking bad shots.
Early, it wasn't like they were dominating early. Like, why aren't you shooting in the first quarter? Why are you shooting the last second of the first?
They denied the fuck out of him.
To OKC's credit, like Dort. They made that adjustment. They acknowledged on the broadcast like he was smothering him.
Yeah.
But you run some screens and there's still fit.
Randall was
wait for a coach to go
more
get
of a problem though. He just couldn't do shit. He could not do shit. He takes some bad shots.
Bad Randall. We know that well.
Yeah, it's bad.
When it's bad, it's bad.
It's bad for sure.
Defensively, the OKC doesn't even disrespects Rudy Gobert so much that Hartenstein played 15 minutes yesterday. They didn't give up.
Also, they're incredibly smart. Where he gets the ball into the basket, free dunk, they just hack the shit out of him.
Who, Harden?
No, I'm saying Gobert.
Gobert, yeah.
He's a horrible free throw shooter.
Oh yeah.
They play just very.
Hartenstein literally played.
They denied the shit out of Edwards. They just hack Gobert anytime he has like an open dunk. Randall, like they kind of force Randall into bad Randall. I go back and forth on watching the game last night because Edwards, like he can't take 2 shots. That's just like in a first half, unacceptable. But they did deny the fuck out of him. Where like you said, other guys got hot. The bench played well.
The bench deserves all the credit for keeping him in that game. They kept him in the game.
Yeah, DiVincenzo and Alexander Walker kept him in the game 100%.
Did you know they're cousins? Oh. I didn't know if they said that during the game or not.
Oh no!
It's like, I would say, well, him having a game like that's the worst. Like that's like the worst thing that could happen.
It's the worst thing. They're like cousin on cousin. It's like all right, guys.
When they're going shot for shot, they're not only like coming to themselves.
Yeah, we have like father and son in the league now. We don't care about cousins.
They're showing pictures. Of them
Cousins does nothing for
Cousins does literally nothing for me.
Showing pictures of children together.
That's like, did you know that Stafford and Kershaw went to high school together? Like it's like we got it.
Todd Frazier was in the League World Series.
Yeah, like we understand. Yeah, but my point is that OKC, I do think is their coach. I don't think gets enough credit. I don't know why. I feel like he did the adjustments for this game. I thought were really good with Hartenstein not really playing because they realized that they don't even need a center to be on a center because Rudy Gobert doesn't do anything. They let him get his 10 points, and then the rest of the guys took care of business. Like Jalen Williams was unbelievable last night.
He was so good.
And he sucked game 3. Yeah. He was horrible. In game 4,
he was unreal last night to start the game.
He was like 15 the first quarter.
It was so easy.
He finished the game strong.
He made 3 threes before like the fucking 6-minute mark or something like that.
Yeah, but they're so deep, OKC, where you're like, how is this guy like doing this? That's like the difference of like the Knicks, right? Like even though the Knicks, I made fun of him. What's his name? DeLon Wright?
Yeah.
Who's that? I don't give a fuck. You guys know who he is? No one knows who DeLon Wright is.
I remember him from college.
No one knows who that is. I don't care.
He named a street after him.
During that game, we had DeLon Wright backing down Tony Bradley, and I was like, this is the worst Eastern Conference Finals matchup maybe ever.
This is what we want.
Yeah.
We'll get to that game, but like yesterday was really weird.
Kendrick Williams. You think you've stopped them, and then it's Kendrick Williams, it's Isaiah Joe, it's Caruso.
Stop this conversation right now. If you think they need to ban fouling up 3, you should be thrown in jail.
I have that written down as a topic.
You should be absolutely thrown in jail. You have no knowledge of sports. You're an idiot. That is it's not equivalent to the shift in baseball. It's not even close to, in my opinion.
So can I don't disagree with you. Can I just say that I wish they could do something to make that last minute not happen, because it was such a great game, and then it's just whistle after whistle.
How about Minnesota inbounds of all the
that's
people that
not
are
fouling up
basket?
3 though. That's not fouling up 3. That's just the last minute's always the longest.
Takes an hour. Yeah.
I know, but I felt like last night in particular was the worst we've seen in these playoffs. It felt like an eternity.
It doesn't bother me. I don't know. I feel like it was just like, also, if they don't foul up 3 there, I think they're stupid.
Yeah, I said it.
No,
all
I
the time.
agree, Marty. No, you're like I understand. I'm also not a fan of like changing rules for changing rules' sake. But I do wish that we could have kept that same excitement and drama we had that entire game. It was a great game, and then the last minute it just kind of just grinds to a halt. It does kind of suck.
Now it does.
I get that.
It creates a bad moment like last night. But when it doesn't go right, you get the Aaron Gordon buzzer beater 3.
Yeah.
In the Denver game
And
1.
also, like, there's nothing when they're trying to foul and they actually do foul them on accident with shooting a 3.
Yeah.
But also, how is that not 0.6?
I have no idea.
How is it 0.3?
Because the fan was fully out of bounds, so it's not like the fan interfered.
Doris Burke thought the fan was at half court.
I agree. She's like,
Oh,
look at
she's-
his, she's like, did he cross the plane of verticality? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it's tough.
And Richard Jefferson was like, "No, Doris, he didn't do anything. He just."
So in
caught
my
the
mind,
ball."
that
Yeah,
ball's just
tough.
out of bounds in that moment. And it's
So here's how it's
pointed.
pointed.
Crossed,
Hold
yeah.
on, she had a tough night too. The
France
Germany thing. She called SGA a free throw merchant. Like
she was farming for that one.
yeah,
That's a free
but
throw
like
merchant.
yeah,
he is a little bit of a flopper. He's incredible, but he's a flopper.
I don't know if you're a broadcaster, you could call him a free
That's
throw
true.
merchant though.
That is fair.
Last night made me miss Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy on the
Yeah.
court.
I watched
With Breen.
I watched the alternate broadcast on ESPN2 with Tim Legler just talking ball, and it was
Nice.
phenomenal.
Really?
They're like there was some gimmicky stuff where he's like putting on a VR headset and like being on the court. And I was like, all right, I don't need this. I'm talking actual.
That's always.
basketball.
I feel like they'll always have a good idea. Like, all right, just let Lego talk, watch the game. The same thing with the Manning and then they're like, they get in their fucking heads. Are like, throw this out there. Oh, do this, do that, and it's like, this is a fucking gimmick. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, wait, what was that to start game 3? They were doing like the VR replays?
Yeah,
Where it's
I
like,
don't know.
why wouldn't you just show the real replay?
It was getting.
Why am I looking
They
at
always
a
get in their
faceless
own
person?
way. I do think that
Yes.
you can never really get rid of play-by-play. But if every sport had an alternate, and not every sport can have an alternate broadcast. Listen, like on college basketball, they ain't gonna fucking have with their coverage and the amount of guys they have, they ain't having alternate broadcasts for the 12 o'clock fucking SMU Syracuse game.
They do it for the Final Four.
Yeah, but like big events, I do think the alternate broadcast like is something you definitely.
Well, what
be
they do
more
with football
interested
is
in.
always
Yeah.
like football with like the Manning cast. Is
100%,
always, like,
yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to. I don't love that, but like a lot of it. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
do.
guess
Yeah,
if-
I say that I love it, but I guess I do just rely on the play-by-play.
with the
Yeah,
man.
that's just because it's also like your nature of like going back to
Also,
that.
they
but-
take up too much of the screen.
Thank you.
yeah.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't watch it.
And they're not talking. Sometimes they're just not
Takes
talking
up
about
half
the
the
game.
fucking screen.
I know.
Sometimes they're interviewing Kevin Hart, and I'm like, all right, well, I want to watch the football.
That's
game.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: Do they have to be on the screen?
No.
Last night on the ESPN2 broadcast, they weren't on the screen. It was
I
just
love
like
that
they
you
were
were
normal
watching this
announcers. It was great. Well, I
Oh, I put that up last night.
accidentally got on it, and I was like, wait, what's going on? Why?
I
am
actually hit it first. I was like, oh, I gotta get out.
I almost did that. I go, no, you know what? I'm not going to listen to Doris Burke. But
I might watch it next time.
yeah, they got with the Mannings, like they're joking around and they're talking to Adam Sandler for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I want to hear.
Listen,
I wanna hear ball,
if
man.
it's Titans Texans, I'll watch it.
I got no problem with that. Yeah.
but when it's like the Packers against the Ravens, all right, I'm gonna watch this one.
The 3-second thing. I think it's when the ball went out of bounds. That's why.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
No, but
saying it
you're
was
saying
wrong.
why? Is it,
I just don't.
no,
get
I
from
think it's
this-
when it
this
crossed
angle.
like the
Yeah,
line.
but he's out of bounds, you know. So like
The
if,
ball-
if he caught it out of bounds,
he
wouldn't
caught it
it
at
be-
0.1, but it does take 0.2 seconds to go from out of bounds to his hand.
He caught
in
it
theory.
at 0.6.
But
Yeah, he caught it at 0.6.
Showed he caught it.
How are you able to? How are you able to?
I'm
show
sorry,
this?
0.6.
Look, he has the
The ball is in his hands at 0.6.
At 0.6.
He's out of
So if
bounds.
anything, it should be point fucking 7.
Because think,
Yeah, you're right.
just the ball in the air
Right.
crossing the line doesn't matter.
Right.
Like how many times have you watched a player like jump and
No,
like,
it's got a context.
that's what I'm saying in the context.
In context.
Exactly.
If
No, I
anything,
agree
that
with you.
fan played a great play by him.
I agree.
Get
Because
the ball quick.
He didn't interfere. He caught it where it was like fair to
It's
catch.
where
it.
he's at. He wasn't also sitting down. He got at the perfect
I know,
point.
absolutely. No, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I
I
think
thought
he
he
did
was
nothing
going to be a
wrong.
hero. We were going to have him in the office.
But 0.3
No,
is
I agree.
like-
It should have been
I didn't make
0.6.
at least
Then I'm with you guys. I
at
don't get it
least
either then.
4 to 5. 3 I made no sense.
But no matter what, 0.3 is catch and shoot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why the fuck
Yes.
did they run that play? They threw that in like there was 0.1. You could have gotten.
I think it was the. I agree. I think it was the angle. I don't.
What was going to happen on that throw-in?
Because it wasn't a half
Point
court,
3 is a
like-
tough one too because even like it's just instant. Like it's got to go.
You can't even be turned
But they-
around.
there's no, like,
you have
turn
to be-
around.
That
There's no,
pass
like-
was like they were trying to get a tip in.
I know. I think that's what they just thought.
I think-
I
I
actually
think-
didn't hate it,
I
but
think
I
from
understand.
their thought
both
they
sides.
didn't think they could get an angle to like a true catch and shoot.
I would take my shot on a half court heave, like with 0.6.
Yeah, do like
Or
a
point-
They have
It wasn't 0.6.
0.3, I mean.
do like a
I don't know if you can though because it's like
You guys still
tough.
gotta heave it.
You also have to be facing the basket.
think
Like
you have
You have to get an-
I mean,
you
I've
gotta
seen
get
Dame Lillard do it,
yeah, you also
play.
seen like nobody. Like it's like
but that
1 in
play they
100.
threw had no chance. The moment they let
Yeah,
that go,
agreed.
the game was over.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Just shot off.
also like Chet touched it, like he blocked it.
Because like the pass, you mean?
He blocked the
Either
pass.
way, I think if that gets through, nothing's happening.
I don't think
You're just
anything's
throwing into a
happening.
mishmash.
Nothing's happening.
It's almost
there
like
no
they're
matter
hoping
what.
for a foul.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
they were.
kind of what I
They
think.
were.
And also, Rudy Gobert is taller than everybody, so it's like if you get it up that high, maybe it's like
There's no offensive ability. I'm
no, he shouldn't.
not really
honestly-
going to run a play for him.
Honestly, put Terrence Shannon Jr. on the.
He's
on
been
the
nice.
court.
It's nice to see him do.
He should play more. He does like the classic. He starts a second in the fourth quarter, and then they take him out in 3 minutes.
I kind of like him in that. I think he's one of those guys. Like once you play him extended minutes, you'd be like, ooh, that's why. I think
Maybe.
his dose right now is perfect. He's
Maybe
instant, like
I don't know. Everything
energy
he's
off the
done
bench.
is like really like he's not looking like he's not like oh I need to shoot. He's shooting open shots. He's getting the ball to Anthony Edwards and
he gets
and
to the
Julius
rim. No,
Randle.
he's athletic.
You
as
know what
hell.
on
reminds me of?
defense.
It's a little bit of Emmanuel Quickly's first few like early time with the Knicks, where it's just instant
Yeah,
offense,
yeah.
spark
And I
plug.
also think it's good that he had a lot of experience in college, where it's not like he's just it's not
star.
one and done. But he was a star, but he was also like he transferred.
he's
like,
seasons. for
Yeah,
sure.
like it's like he's still not a. It's definitely probably a shock to not play all year, and then you're playing in the.
as a rookie though,
Well.
you gotta it's gonna be tough to crack that road, especially they're a deep team.
Yeah, that I'll tell you that bet I hit last night. I don't. When I took it, I go, why the fuck did I take all 3 bench guys to get over 10 points or it hit in the
Banking on
third
Edwards
quarter?
just doing
That
nothing.
never happens.
Could be
Ever.
a blow. You could have got a blow.
So you did it again tonight.
Yeah, I did it again tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow
Which
that.
3 guys?
Hart, you have Hart,
Hart. Let me make sure. It's because it's
OG.
fun.
Oh, you do have a starter
It's on
in
the
there.
screen.
There you go.
Oh no, that's not it.
That's literally.
That's
So
what-
that's the
what he
one he
did
last
hit.
night, last
He has
night.
one tonight.
Oh, my bad.
It's all right, Phil. Phil,
Maybe
it's
a little.
okay.
Maybe
I think
a
it's
little
OG
Landry-
18.
Nice hit, though.
OG 18 points. Hart 10.
It's
Little
Hart.
Landry
Hart.
Shamet love.
Hart 10 points. OG 18. Mitchell Robinson 8. That's not
the
that
Mitch
great.
is the tough part.
Yeah, but he's playing a lot. Like what do you have?
I know, but
6
he's
last
gonna
time.
Score. It's very hard from the score.
Yeah.
Got to run a couple of dunk plays for him.
He's got to just.
You don't do that enough. I feel like you can run some alley oops for him, and they just don't.
This game tonight, I have no idea what's going to happen. Knicks and Pacers.
I can tell you what's going to happen.
Tell us.
Pacers going to win easily.
All right. Well, there is a
I see that smirk, Rico.
Halliburton.
What you gotta say?
It was
You
a
got
funny
something to say to
comment.
me?
It was a funny comment.
All right.
Are you nervous about Halliburton's dad being there?
Yeah, he's a wild card.
That made me a little nervous.
You should do a John Halburn cam in like the corner.
You saw that his mom
See, that's
was
an alternate broadcast.
outside at the Today Show with the Pacers sign.
What? No, I did not see
Just
that.
in the
In
background.
the background,
Yeah.
in the rain with a Pacers sign at the Today Show.
She's just a good Midwestern person. She's out there supporting the Pacers. I
Oh,
respect
he's
that.
probably like, guys, can you
What are
just
they
stay
calling
in the
this?
house?
What are they calling his fan base? Can we even say it? That's
Yeah,
bizarre,
the
too. It's
I don't
like,
think we
Halaban,
can.
baby.
probably
Wow.
can't. All right.
yeah.
Taliban.
That's insane.
It's all right. We can say it. The
Insane.
Netflix has a documentary right now about catching Osama bin Laden. We're good.
Yeah, I think we're all
It's
right.
great.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's real good.
I love the tweet I saw. It was like you see the Knicks home games of the Garden. It's Chalamet, Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, and then you go to Indy and it's a guy who owns an air conditioning company. He's just sitting courtside.
We had
A
Terry.
whole different shock value of people.
We had Terry Crews in a Pacers shirt on Sunday night.
You got
Is,
Caitlin Clark.
Is CC going to be there game
when-
4? I mean, she's injured.
I don't know. Yeah, she might be in a booth sitting there.
The game on what was it?
Sweet.
Sunday?
Sunday.
Last game? You knew things changed when it was Pacers dominating, and then all of a sudden it was only 13 at half.
It's still though. It was 13. I felt that, but
No, you
Nothing
still
was
didn't
going
feel
for
it,
the
but you
Knicks.
still felt a little bit of a change in the third quarter where you're like, okay, it is closer than I thought it was because the crowd was going nuts. Halliburton stealing it and dunking, whatever that was.
It was
like,
over.
It was like so done.
Kobe had that alley-oop.
20 and 13 in the NBA is a huge fucking.
But it's still it was from like life support to like just like you're on like tubes and
It was
shit.
still like 10 at the
Still,
fourth
like,
quarter.
I definitely wasn't like,
Oh, yeah.
like we got him right where we
I
want him.
still,
I was like, oh my God.
as a unbiased one, I didn't bet the game. I was watching basketball. I felt a little bit of a change in the third quarter.
Deuce
Once
just
Deuce
gave the
got
spark.
going.
Yeah, he gave the spark.
If you look at my timeline, people like, you're stealing Frank's shtick. I was like, losing two is brutal. Didn't even get off the bus, and then we started to make the comeback, and I just refused to tweet because I'm like, oh, it's working. So it's silence after the two.
Meek said that.
And I thought we were dead. I really did. I thought we
I
were
didn't
dead.
see how we even got to 13.
Meek
because-
said
It was
Yeah, it
the
was
foul
down.
trouble part of it that
No,
really.
he was picking up 3 fouls in a minute. It's the fucking bullshit.
Right,
Like, we had
and
to wait
it
till the
was
third
bullshit.
quarter to get in the
Jalen's
fucking
fifth
game.
was really stupid by him. That fifth foul, just jumping into.
He's been in foul trouble all
Jalen,
series, it
he
feels
never gets
like.
in foul trouble in his career. Now all of a sudden in the playoffs, he has like 5 fouls in the third
Because-
quarter.
Honestly, though,
Some
it's
games.
kind of his fault. I don't think
Getting
there's like
cooked on
there's
defense.
not like
That's why
bad
he's
calls
fouled.
going
There's
against
usually
him. Like
one
he's
or
playing
two,
stupid.
maybe, but yeah, he is playing stupid.
But that's what dismayed me from the comeback. I was like, well, we don't even have these guys to play.
Our
Like
season's
we're
on
playing
ice.
Dallin Wright and Landry Shamet out there, but those guys, by accident, playing, got
You
them
guys,
going.
I don't care what you say. I don't care because I don't believe it. You seeing Dylan Wright playing with Landry Shamet both on the court at the same time, I know you had to, but seeing that in Eastern
Jarring.
Conference Final is one of the craziest things you can see. And don't lie to me, Evan, right now.
I didn't say anything. Both together was shocking.
Okay, that's all I said.
The only positive
it was the together part. The one
Together,
thing I was
yes.
fine with because it had to be someone else besides campaign. The campaign experiment.
Right,
was
that's what made you okay with it. It's like
That's,
at
I
least
know
it's
because
not
I wanted
campaign.
to see Landry Shamet. Like I wanted to see Dylan. I was like Dylan Wright. I was like, give me the better defensive guy who's not gonna just run up and just chuck threes.
Yeah.
He's gonna just like get in the corner. He's gonna like try to play pesky defense on their guards. Like
Gets
I'd
his
rather
hands in there on
That's what I'm saying.
passing.
I'd rather have that than campaign just getting blown by, committing 3 fouls in 3 minutes, and then like going like 1 for
taking
4
the
from three.
worst. It's
Yeah, like
not
I-
even just like when it's a bad shot, but even if it's wide open from him, it looks ugly. So when he takes a bad shot with that form, it's the worst thing you've ever seen.
And sometimes he'll just shoot one without even anyone else in the offense touching the ball, and you're just like, what are we doing on this possession?
I like that Carlisle is just like play him. He gave him good minutes. He should be in there for game
You guys
4.
also
Jedi mind tricks.
Is there
Not working.
Is there any apologies, Knicks fans, to Karl Anthony Towns?
Yeah, of course.
I apologized immediately after the game.
I've never been more wrong about a player in my life.
You guys
than
are
that
so
fourth
mad
quarter.
I'm quick and like I know
Unplayable.
Oh, he wasn't quick.
No, hold on. Well,
He also
his
wasn't.
defense was
last,
so bad.
Last series, he was unbelievable
Was.
for you. He was great. You guys threw him in the trash quick. You
It was a
did.
bad 3 quarters, man.
I know, but he.
I don't think you could have played a bad 3 quarters, but it
won.
was, dude, it was the most.
I think what you want out of your second scorer, obviously he's not going to, like, that was insane what he did, but, like, when Jalen Brunson was in foul trouble, he wasn't on the court. Cat was like, fuck it.
I've said that I love when he runs with like the second unit, and this was more obviously Brunson was
That's
a
the
foul
only time
trouble.
he's aggressive.
I like when he runs like when he's
It's
the
hard to
number
be
one
aggressive with
when he's the
Jalen.
number one option. I really enjoy, and also just like they can't play defense together. Him and Brunson can't
Right.
play any defense together. It's better to play them almost like play Towns the first like few minutes, take him out, and then let him run all the minute. Every minute that Brunson's not on the court, Towns should be on the court.
Yeah, my overreaction was you got to stagger them more.
Yes,
They have to be staggered more.
These scumbags. I was on Twitter and they're kick him off the team. We want him done. Then he has that fourth quarter and they're like, I'm so happy he wished his deceased mother a happy Dominican's Mother Day. What a beautiful moment from Cat. We love you, Cat. Fuck you guys. You guys wanted to fucking ship him up the river a second ago.
Listen, there was a material change.
Fucking playoffs. I'm gonna say crazy things.
Unplayable. You guys like kick him off the
Shameless.
Listen,
Shameless.
But his
Wait, I'm very happy I was wrong. I'm
the faith in your
No, that's fine to be happy to wrong, but you guys blame him more than a lot of other people.
But the way they pick on him specifically,
Brunson too.
They literally switch
No
on
one
him.
said a word
Oh,
about
everyone
it.
loves
He
Brunson.
wasn't in the game because he was in foul trouble.
Because you guys love Brunson, you don't love Cat as much. Everyone
but
loves
also-
Brunson.
Well, Brunson is a way better.
It's fine.
I mean, Brunson is a way better player.
Yes, and he also his defensive liabilities are that he's small. Like Towns is just bad. Like Brunson's just 6 foot tall. Like how is he going to guard
We
somebody?
couldn't play Towns in game
Like
2
he's
because
not.
so
He's
bad.
just, he's just not quite athletic
It is
enough.
just weird. Like Brunson could murder a person. You'd be like, oh, he's not so bad. Like if Cat sneezes, it's like, oh, fuck this guy.
And you're
He also,
right.
like Hub said, he's also a lot better and has done a lot more. Like these are just facts.
That's how it's going to work with the team, though, especially even with superstars. I was listening to Shout Out the Dog Walk. They had a things that need more respect draft, and Max took Ryan Howard late.
Okay.
And he was saying in Philly, everybody, you love Chase Utley, you love Hamels, you love all the other guys. He's like,
Rollins.
yeah, Howard was the guy who caught all the shit.
He struck out a lot more.
He did strike out, but if you
Still
go
has to
look,
make home runs.
if you go back and look at his power numbers, like he was unbelievable.
Unreal.
On his team, like you can't. It's very rare you love everybody.
Sure.
You know, so like Cat.
What
one
about,
guy's gonna
like,
get the shit?
what about
Cat's-
Brit-
Towns
about-
also didn't take $100 million pay cut either.
that too.
He'll get his
That's
money
gonna
back
happen.
end, though. That
Brunson has ingrained himself to this city.
Yeah, but what he got traded there.
Kyle, I mean,
What do you mean?
We also had Brunson before
getting
Cat.
paid
No,
on
but
the
he got
back end of
traded.
that deal.
We had Brunson
He's gonna
before
get-
Cat,
and
so
Brunson's
Brunson's
gonna
the
get the
first
money.
guy on the moon. You know,
Yeah, but Brunson's been here. Towns' first year.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I get, but what about Bridges then?
I can't believe we
Bridges
just
sucked.
laughed at the set to me. He took $100 million.
Killed Bridges.
What are we talking about?
Bridges sucked on.
I think he's getting the back end though. Ev.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. When they
Only-
they'll be able to restructure the deal.
Only
he'll
if
get paid.
if it goes well after like 4 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
It is.
You're a mister. Like things change in a second.
Hey.
You just learned that firsthand.
But I don't get what you're saying about
What do you mean,
Bridges.
Mr.
I've
Things
killed
change in a
Bridges.
second?
I'm saying
but
like things like
Cat
these
was-
windows are like just.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't mean he's just guaranteed. Like what? We don't. Who
Well,
knows
that's
what's
true.
gonna
That's
happen?
fair. Yeah, no, I mean it's fair.
It's a 4-year contract. Like, that's a long time.
But Cat, you guys shit on Cat so much where like Bridges was awful. On
Yeah, why?
Sunday.
Yeah, you got.
And like I heard nothing about him where
I-
he's a huge piece to. He actually cost you way more.
Killed
than Cat.
Bridges.
I don't. Not more than Cat though.
Oh, Cat.
I've outright said Bridges is my least favorite player on the team.
Yeah, but not
that's
on
not-
Sunday. On Sunday, I was
I just
more.
don't like. But like he's
Sunday, I
he
was
has
more
moments.
like, holy shit, Bridges is like, what is he doing?
It's only first five
Just
round.
a note on Karl-Anthony Towns. He has the highest salary of any player in the conference finals on both sides.
That's crazy.
49 million.
True. Yeah.
But that's also the Knicks weren't the ones that give that to
No,
him.
that was Minnesota.
So it's
who-
like that's
I mean,
not like.
When does Shea's big money kick in?
he could sign the extension this summer.
Got it.
Oh.
And then it's going to be
He's
like
gonna
$1
get
million a
I
game.
think it's
or
almost
something.
80. He's gonna
Shea can
almost
also
80.
take less
Yeah.
because
No, I like it's.
I know.
Wait,
Shea can also just take
almost
less.
80 a year.
It's
Yeah.
like 60. It's like
Yeah, it's about $1
It'd be
million
like a
a game.
4-year, $320 million
Yeah.
Because he
deal.
got
It's
MVP,
almost
right?
It's like 70. It's like I thought it was like 70.
That helps. Yeah.
Getting
Yeah, so
MVP
it's like
and like all NBA.
Almost $1 million a game.
I think he's making
Interesting-
like what 62 next year, and then it only goes up from there.
So this is an interesting wrinkle when it comes to the NBA. You don't want your like draft pick to be so good immediately in the NBA because they had to pay him so much more money quicker. Because remember, like Steph Curry, it took him like 7 years to like become
Yeah.
Steph because of ankle injuries. That's why he was so underpaid early in his career.
I
Like
still
Victor
think they'd
Wembanyama not
take
making
him
an All
to-
NBA team this early in his career probably helped the Spurs.
Probably helps.
in the
It
long
does
run.
help. That does
Whereas
help.
Cade
I will say,
made
so-
All-NBA, he's gonna get paid.
There were a lot of tweets on Sunday, and you understand the game was emotional. Meek Phil's tweets really since the entire.
Sorry, I care about my team.
Well, everyone cares about their team, though. Meek, no one tweets quite like you, which is your charm. But
There are
like,
plenty of people to tweet.
Well,
like
do you
that.
know
no,
that?
there's not.
There are
Clemmer,
plenty
do
of
you know
people
that
tweet
Meek,
like
when they were down 20, put his head under the pillow and then woke up when they were down, and then looked at the screen and they were down 13? That's what he did.
So were you just meditating? You weren't
that?
sleeping.
I needed to chill out for a minute. Yeah.
Imagine his mom walking in, his head's just under the pillow.
What? Those people.
I think those are the.
That's the new crop.
Sorry,
We have
Got-
interns?
I got worked up. I
Think
needed
so.
to relax for a minute.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
Meek.
care about my mental.
We got our
health.
Do you
guy.
think that's normal behavior? Do you
Got
think
our
it's,
guy,
like, do you think
yeah.
it's like
No, I care too
Who's our
much.
guy?
Vince Carter.
keep
running it
saying that,
back.
but other people care too, though.
I care
You'll see.
more.
You care more. You care more than everybody else here.
More.
Yeah.
You'll see. Run
So
it
Meek,
back.
you did fall asleep.
Vince Carter,
You
Vince
put
I
your
didn't fall. I closed my eyes.
you close your eyes.
for
All
like
right. I was
15
wondering
minutes.
because I saw your tweet saying you were turning it off, and I wondered when you were going to come back to
Literally,
the.
once we got down 20, I muted my TV and I just put my eyes on my pillow. And then I saw a text from my friend Jay. It's like 13 points is doable, and I was like, "There's no way we're down 13."
Right. I like to be dramatic too, where I'm like, I'm turning this off, I'm done, but I'm always like looking out the corner of my eye at the score, and that usually motivates my team to come back.
I mean, even like Friday night after we lost Friday, I took like a 20-minute nap and then woke up and saw the Mets come back in the ninth.
That was a Mets nap.
Yeah.
It works
See,
for all
I
teams.
had no interest in watching the Mets, like, because I was thinking, oh, they're going to lose. The game.
That's
And then we
Vince.
ended up losing that game, but won the series, so I don't care.
There he is.
Vince Carter.
I knew you were talking about
Running it back.
Third year, right?
Yeah,
He'll
right.
intern here until he's 40.
Oh, yeah.
He'll like have another job and just still intern in the summer.
Meek, so are the Knicks your second favorite team? Third favorite?
They're way more than the Giants.
Yeah, I can tell.
Clear
That's not
second.
even close.
Clear
Clearly
second.
my second.
Yeah.
What's going to happen if they lose this series? Like you can't. You seem to be having a difficult time emotionally handling this. These people who, by the way, don't care at all about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think so. I think at least DeLon Wright might.
He might.
That's an unfair shot. That's unfair.
I think so too.
They don't care. Not they don't care about him. Yeah.
Look where we're all sitting.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing
See,
here?
this is the problem with having this discussion. We all care about sports. We all care about things that people don't care about. You're right. But like the way Meek cares, though, where he says he constantly talks about death. Like there's like
I do that. I say I want to.
I get that. I'm for that. But
Don't
saying
July over a Yankees.
Don't say it on
With the
here.
Yankees.
saying the players don't care about Meek, that's I don't give a shit about anybody. I don't know.
Yeah, you're like
No, he's a psychopath.
you don't realize that as you like get older more and more. It's like, all right, like I don't know, like I love sports, and the Mets lose, it does ruin my day. It's
funny, though,
it
to be
ruins
fair,
it more than
though.
it should. But I'm never like contemplating death.
There's a difference between losing a game in July and losing a playoff game.
I'm talking about a playoff game.
Why
The
can't-
Mets lose? The Mets,
Let him care how he cares. I don't know.
Yeah.
well, no, I think no. This okay.
He's over dramatic.
On this show, we can. This is what we
dramatic.
do. He also like laughed in my face with this. So I'm gonna be on the attack here over this guy.
He's over
Yeah,
dramatic.
the Knicks beat the
Meek.
Celtics.
Also, this is what I always talk about being in the pressure
you don't
spot.
know
is-
these
Only
all
one.
right?
Only one. I went heading on to three at
We're
Have a
talking a
conversation
show.
We do the show with.
Stop doing that.
Have the interns come in here then, Rico. What are we doing here?
And you know what, Clemmer? I saw you at the.
What are we doing? This is the third time it's happened.
and
If they look in, you can say hello, and only one of them said hello back. Points for them.
Clemmer, I saw you at the Mets game yesterday. It was a normal meeting.
You were
I saw
nice
you and your
yesterday.
wife, like you were. It was a fun day.
You were a
Mets
pleasant
won.
person. No, but
Yeah.
like your whole mood changed because the next one, which I see, it's difficult because like we all love sports. We all care about sports a lot. Obviously, we're all here. But like there is a level to Meek's insanity. I think that goes beyond that.
There's levels. So your love of the game.
Well, like,
Come on, am I
look
alone
at
on this
Meek's
one?
Exactly.
here?
No, he.
I think you are.
Let's be
I don't
honest.
think so. I don't think I.
Some of us live and
exaggerate.
die. Some of us live and die with every possession.
No,
Some
you-
of us win a championship and shake hands and go home and off.
You're really shook by that. Did you
No, I
watch
think
the whole
this- I think
3 hour
this
show?
really-
I just joke. It's
Like
I mean, it's just-
Ev is.
Made up a lot.
I
It's funny.
like to
Alright,
live
well,
and die by my teams. Like honestly, by like my 3 teams, I really do like to live and die. But I don't act like Meek. No, Meek is more exaggerated of sad. But like I also there's some like that Duke loss. Like the next morning, I was still like. I was sad. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" But I'm not. I don't say I'm gonna do crazy shit like Meek. No,
That's the thing.
Yes.
That's where it goes a different.
gets crazy.
Like I was very upset when the Mets lost to Dodgers. Like I said, I never contemplated death. I don't think
that's also a different feeling though, because like we're already
not
underdog. Like
Yeah, he's not actually.
Just
well, then
saying.
if that's the case, then we should make fun of him for that.
Well, yeah, he's got to stop saying it.
Yeah, no, he's dramatic.
He's dramatic.
Look at the company we're at, though. Everyone's over dramatic. So you have Frank doing this for the Mets in May. You have
Well, I don't know if
look
that's
at
the
what
best
Tommy
example.
did for the Yankees in fucking October.
That's. I'm gonna be completely honest. Tommy is.
Tommy's
That's what
better,
Tommy's
too,
doing.
sure.
Tommy's a psychopath.
Look at the way Rico reacts to like the Elite Eight loss. Like
That was tough.
Well, he actually didn't
I think-
react because they lost by 40.
I thought he actually reacted pretty good, actually.
Because they lost in the first half.
Yeah, but I thought his reaction was pretty like normal, like not normal. Like I thought it was like made sense.
No, I think in the game it was, and then it got. While it was still a game, it was crashing out, and then it got a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
it's good to care about sports. It's bad.
Also,
He also
when
It's great to care about
liked the other
sports.
team they lost to. You know.
I think it's good to care about sports. I think it's bad to always say you're going to kill yourself.
People cope in different ways. I
True.
mean,
It's the pressure of the big moments too. Like when your team is good, like having expectations of sports is the worst thing ever.
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
especially this Knicks, like this little run we've been on, like up until this point, like it's been. I'm saying the last like few years. I'm saying like it's been this like little bit happy-go-lucky. This like the chippy underdogs. Like then all of a sudden you're in these conference finals and you're favorites.
Well,
like,
no one
the
had-
game changes.
The
It's
Knicks
the
haven't
whole-
had an expectation until this year.
Well, that's my point. That's my point. Where it went from like, oh, if you had, I mean, let's like 3 weeks ago, if we had just like lost to the Celtics in 6, like no one would have said nothing. It would have
they
been
went like this. Good
we
job.
would have been like
Right.
this team. They fought their ass off. They were just a better team. Blah blah. Now all of a sudden you beat the Celtics. You're favorites over the Pacers. Then if you lose to the Pacers, it's devastation.
I'll be honest.
But it's a spot that
I
2 weeks ago you didn't even think you'd be there.
Thankfully, didn't tweet it, but I was thinking if I'm the Knicks, because when you lose by 20, I'd rather lose a series to the Celtics than get swept by the Pacers.
No,
I was
I won't
embarrassed.
take that.
That's so much more embarrassing.
No.
It is.
New York,
I
Boston.
know you're not going to say it because it's you guys, but it's
I don't
embarrassing.
believe
It's embarrassing.
but it's just not true. It's just not
I don't
reality.
know that's fair, Marty. The Pacers
It's
are a good
definitely
team.
fair.
No, it's not like they're losing to like some shit.
It's nothing to do with the Pacers at all. It has nothing to do with the Pacers. It's more like you just worked your team to beat the Celtics, and then you had no chance at all in the next round.
Plus
when you're the favorite.
It's
and you
disappointing,
get
but the
faced.
joy I got of knocking Boston.
I get that, but it's still
New York, Boston. Like,
so embarrassing.
I'm so glad that we beat the shit out of Clemmer.
course
They have nothing.
Like that's like
Of course you
No,
are.
we don't. That's not. See, once again, we don't have nothing. We did win a title the year before.
No,
you guys have nothing.
Presently have nothing.
No, but you're out. Like you're watching.
We're done.
You have nothing.
That's what I mean.
I have nothing.
You presently have
If you guys lose this series, you really do have nothing.
We have that.
nothing.
We beat you.
Yeah, but what does that matter? We won a title.
We beat you. Like that. That's the point. Is like
Congratulations,
we
you won the
beat
second
you.
round. Like,
Well,
all right.
Clemmer,
I mean,
I'm saying, but you can't say that us because you played us.
Oh, I can't. I don't think second round victories matter that much. Sorry.
We beat you. It just matters when me and you talk. We beat you. The Knicks beat the Celtics.
Yeah, that
New York
one
beat
year. That
Boston.
1 year you beat them in the second round. All right.
This
I'm
year, the
undefeated.
present, right
Yeah,
now.
I know, but like down the road,
But in fairness,
there's less. Yeah, but
I agree with.
second round is
I agree
not-
with both.
I'll always take that win. Like I would never give up the last win because I lost the next one.
Correct.
Yeah, but
I would never
it's
do
tough because they.
No, I wouldn't either.
Even Ohio State, I've referenced it a few times. Like when the Justin Fields year, we beat the shit out of Clemson and they got smoked in the championship game by Bama. I would never give back to Clemson to win. Like I'm glad we kicked Clemson.
Yeah, but that's totally different.
No, because they had
it
beat us.
is.
No, it's not because they beat us a
is.
few times in the playoffs.
Because Alabama is also like is amazing. Like the Pacers aren't like you beat the Knicks beat Alabama last series.
No, but Clemson at the time, Clemson was our Alabama. They had beat us in the playoffs twice, like right before that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like
Literally, like the year before, they beat us in like a devastating loss, and then I think it was like 2 or 3 years before that they shut us out. Like that was a monkey for us at the time to go beat Clemson after they'd beat us like 2 of the last 4 years in the playoffs and go like not only beat them but beat the shit out of them. Like I wouldn't just say, oh, I would rather not that happen to just like avoid the blowout. And the
thing is this: obviously, you never want to take back a win getting further.
Never in any situation.
Obviously, I know that's stupid. Like you're going to win every game you want, but just the fact that you beat the best team to lose to a team that your odds are better than, that hurts more. In a sense, where if you lost to the Celtics, it's like, listen, they are the better team. But like you beat them, it's like, fuck yeah, we're one fucking step away.
It's frustrating as fuck, no doubt.
It's like more. That's what I'm saying.
That's
It's
the
more
pressure of
frustrating.
That's the pressure of expectations.
The thing that's got to
Yeah.
just kill it too is Knicks fans were begging to play the Pacers. They're like, we want you healthy. We're gonna
That is
mop
true
the
as
floor
well.
with you.
I actually
you
wasn't.
guys
I wanted the
stink.
Bucks. I wanted the Bucks to be
Cavs.
you guys. Absolutely.
If-
I wanted.
No,
at the time, I
that
absolutely.
wasn't gonna happen.
Bucks doesn't matter.
They're washed.
I'm saying Bucks. It'd be the Cavs or the Pacers.
Cavs.
No, like last year, you
People
guys
were saying they'd rather the Knicks fans.
No, what I'm
he's
saying-
right. Wanted Pacers more than the Cavs.
Towards the end of the season, like the seeding could have gone any which way. Like if you gave me a choice.
No, I'm saying even in the playoffs, Knicks fans were saying we want the Pacers.
the front doorman who I talked to of this building was
I saw Nick. Not saying you guys. I'm saying I saw Knicks fans saying Cavs and Pacers. They wanted Pacers.
the front door guy of the building that I talked Pacers with. He was like, oh, I want the Pacers to beat the Cavs so bad, so the Knicks have an easy route. And I was like, all right,
Because a lot of fans wanted to.
But that's a no-brainer.
Next,
You want home court
you don't want the number one
advantage.
seed.
You want home court advantage, and you don't want the number one seed.
Not if you think you're better than you take the team that you think you're better than.
I think you always want home court advantage.
But the Cavs are also like they won 64
Knicks
games.
don't use home
That's
court.
fine.
No, but
this is what
like,
Knicks
they were
fans.
like-
Knicks fans. A lot of Knicks fans said they want to beat a healthy Pacers because they didn't get to do that last year. That's exactly what a lot of people say.
They want revenge.
And I have no problem with that. I've think I would want the same thing if I'm a Knicks fan.
But even the way the seeding went, like for like with it being like that, like 4, 5, 6 being like Bucks, Pistons, and Pacers. Like no Knicks fan would have been like, I want like Pacers first.
Not
round.
then. I never said then. I'm
Okay,
saying
good.
next
That's what I was
last
responding
round.
to.
Like I think we would have.
Cavs,
I actually
Pacers.
think most fans would have said Bucks.
That's what I just said.
Because the Pistons had given us
But no,
problems.
that's obvious because the Bucks suck. We're saying the last round, a lot of people said I want the Pacers to win. That's
I was
all
good
I'm
with
saying.
either, but yeah, the revenge factor plays in.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's.
But I think that but the
you know.
Cavs were just like you said, 64 wins. That you would be on the road.
we
like,
weren't. No one was that scared.
Injured team though. Very injured.
But I'm saying going into the series, like they were far more injured after like game one. Than
Yeah.
Going into it, like I think that's just like common sense. You'd rather play like the 4 seed over the 1 seed who had like a historic season, won all these games. I don't know.
But
I
you're
just
also
think it makes
not
sense.
that scared of the Cavs. No one was that scared of the Cavs.
The Cavs
But
banged
they
up.
also had beat the shit out of us in the regular season.
Yeah.
If the Knicks
did Boston.
lose tonight,
That's true.
is it over?
But the last time we played them, we played them close.
Right.
You-
You,
you-
we
you
played
guys
them
a
are-
couple times, yeah. A
The
couple
Pacers win tonight.
Pacers win tonight. Is the season over for the Knicks?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
I think the Knicks win the series.
No.
I actually do think the Knicks win
not
the series.
over. It's
I
not
think
over.
game 3
Yeah, not over.
gives you some, no.
Treat
You
tonight like
So you're
game
down
7.
3-1. You're not feeling confident, but you feel like there's still life.
yeah.
Yes.
Down 3-1, it's over.
Reek, you said it was over if it was 1-2 coming back today. So you think the series is over still? You said that when we left on Friday.
Let me say this. I thought there was going to be one game in Indiana where the Knicks offense doesn't score and they're going to be down 20 in a blink. That happened in Game 3, and that was the game they ended up winning. Maybe it happens tonight and they lose, but tonight's if the Knicks win tonight, I think they win the series. If they lose, then obviously the Pacers.
Because you said the series was over after Game 1.
Because I think
it's emotion.
You said Game 1. No, I mean,
it was a brutal collapse. It was emotion.
But he said in the show the next day. That's more than emotion.
Yes, and let me just flip this.
I think get a 24. Meek gets a 24 on his emotion.
No, so losing Game 1, it's like, the Knicks lost that game. They had it. The Pacers should feel like, we had them on their fucking necks.
Correct.
We're up 20. Now the Pacers are feeling like, this series should be over. We gave them some life.
Mm-hmm. I think you just live and die by the last game. Like, you can't put too much stock into the last game. That's what you do.
And you know what? Maybe you're right on that.
Yeah.
But let me say. Going into Indiana, it was like, this does not feel like it should be 2-0 Pacers. Now I'm like, okay, it feels like it should be 2-1 Pacers. Like, there's some.
Yeah, I get that, but
could easily be 2-1 Knicks.
It could. It could.
I don't think the Pacers are like this should have been over. Like I still think that
Charles Barkley putting a fucking nail in the Pacers' coffin at halftime, down whatever it was, 13 was crazy. Everyone was, but it was like
you're up 20 points at home, up 2-0 in the
for
series.
sure. No,
like,
I mean you should feel a little comfortable, but people are just saying it's done, it's over. It's like this is the NBA. 20 points is nothing. Like
I get it, but
meanwhile the Knicks do it like so many times last year.
Yeah, right. So the Pacers. Granted, I'm in the trenches. Like I'm never trying to jinx my team, but I was just like, that's crazy talk. Thinking it's the nails in the coffin at halftime.
The other stat that I probably should have brought up was the Pacers have never won a playoff game at home the same day as the Indy 500.
100%. They're 0-4. Do you know how hard it is to wake up at 4 a.m, drink, do the Indy 500, and then go to the game at 8 p.m. and be a fan?
Yeah.
Like honestly, it's a good thing that happened to you guys. You guys should be thanking the race gods that it happened that way.
Is that a real stat that was the Knicks' first playoff win in Indy?
No,
I don't believe.
No, it was. No, it was
crazy.
No, it was.
No,
I don't know if I.
Oh no, they said that. They said it on the. I don't know if it's true, but they said it on the 100%.
Maybe they misspoke then
on the broadcast because I almost tweeted. I go, "There's no way that's true."
I don't think.
I know.
I don't think it included like the 90s. Like I think it was just like the last.
Well, let's
one
look it
last
up.
year.
Look it up,
and then the mellow one in 2013 or whatever it was.
Last year they for sure didn't get it.
We heard that, right?
Pull that up. Two quick things before that while he's pulling it up. Merles, I said we had a big show today, obviously. So Merles, I said text me the pick. Nugent Hopkins goal scorer plus 260 for the Oilers.
I like him
Tonight. Speaking of the NHL, brought to you by Game Time. NHL playoffs are here, and the only place to buy hard-to-get playoff tickets is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets. Prices on the app actually go down closer it gets to puck drop. You can save up to 60% when buying last-minute tickets. I was looking at Stars Oilers tonight. Amazing Game Time deal, $232 to get in. What are you waiting for? I'm going to buy those Stars at Oilers tickets now. Take the guesswork out of buying NHL playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PICKS for $20 off your purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICKS for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time.
The Knicks won 2.
So it's since 2000.
In 1999, the Knicks won 2.
Yeah, but that's
since
2000.
I said it didn't include the
Knicks
90s.
stink. They're never in the playoffs.
They said it on the broadcast.
In 93, 94, we didn't win any. 95, we didn't win any.
No.
I just looked at
That's what I'm
99.
saying. No. What they I guess felt either we didn't hear it correctly or they didn't
I just
present
know
it
that
correctly.
someone said it on the broadcast.
But it's since the this century.
99 did it
Maybe that's what it was.
That's
Maybe they said this century the
series.
Knicks don't have a win in Indy in the playoffs. That's probably what it was.
Was I crazy
That's
that I
4
saw
series.
a stat that the Knicks
Still like
are
Weird race to draw the line.
the Knicks are 0-14?
2000, 2013, last year and this year.
Oh, maybe it is something.
No, guys, the stat is that stat Pacers Arena opened in 1999. So
99,
Okay,
though.
so
The
it's
Knicks
this-
won twice in 99.
No, but
Oh, that
November
fall of 99.
So it's okay. So it's this arena.
this arena, that's what
That makes more sense.
You think that should be a game on a broadcast
Really.
that they say a stat and you can't Google it, but you play true or false and you get like a T-shirt or something? I kind of like that.
They just give out fake news every now and then.
Like every now and then it's spot the lie. Like
Honestly, just watch this show and we'll see. You can probably see if it's true or false.
Be giving out T-shirts.
I also saw. I don't know. This could be also wrong. I just saw a stat that I think the Knicks are 0-14 starting a series down 2-0.
They haven't.
That
won.
makes sense, though.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like coming
I
back
just don't
from
know if that's
2-0 is
hard to do.
Very 0-2 is very hard to do.
They haven't
so.
won a playoff series in their history after losing Game 1 at home. That's a fact.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So wait, 0-10 here. What's the nervous? You guys aren't
They're very nervous.
Oh,
You're down
very.
2-1 and on the road.
You guys
are a dog.
The Knicks fans would be fucking beyond anxiety. I haven't really felt that mood today from you guys.
Yeah, because the game, like,
Memorial
the
Day
game's going to play
relaxing
out,
weekend.
dude. We get to watch the game.
I know.
Like, yesterday it was nerves or whatever.
Yeah,
like, now it's like, all right, it's game day. It's going to eventually
Before game
play out.
1 here, it was wild. Like the you could feel intensity. Even Friday with Meek, like it was. You could feel the intensity. I haven't felt that same urgency today in the office. The vibes are just different. I don't know.
I don't know what's
We're coming off a win, so that helps.
We're
think
nervous
you're right.
going
You're
tonight.
right.
We're coming off a win. Yeah, they showed they can win, which is a little comforting. But
I'm
you gotta
weird.
win the
I'm
night.
weirdly, I guess, as a fan, I'm weirdly like a little looser just because I thought we were going to be down 3-0. I thought this was going to be like our funeral, and then I'm sitting here like we got a little extra lease on.
You have life.
So I feel like I got a little pet in my step. Also, just felt good to. I think it was almost a mental thing with Cat too to like have a game like that. I hope he can like kind of like carry that momentum.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
such a
Boston
weird
won
2-1 because like if
So
it was
weird.
if it was 1-1 at home, like it's going down 2-0 and then the 2-1 just feels so weird instead
Also,
of
no
when
one
it's
can win a
1-1
home
and
game.
2-1. Yeah, like it's really it's an odd series. Both of these series have been odd.
The same thing.
Western conferences have sucked. The games have sucked.
Is there a
The
possibility?
announcers said that last night.
Yeah, they
They
did.
said on the radio, we just get blowouts.
Yeah, we had blowouts, and then like the Eastern Conference, it's been great. The Eastern Conference has not sucked at all. It's just been weird.
Is there a
ratings.
possibility for a nightmare finals? Would you consider Oklahoma City Pacers a nightmare finals?
It would be.
I actually think
Nightmare, no.
it'd be fun, like aesthetically, as a basketball fan.
Right.
It's a
Like
bad
high
yes
scoring,
for
lot of
national.
Yeah.
Yes, the ratings won't be the best, but I don't like if you actually like basketball. I think it's a pretty good series.
It won't be good.
But, like,
the ratings,
Indiana
the
and
ratings in the Eastern Conference ratings are through the roof.
Yeah.
Crazy. Western Conference Finals, they can't find people to watch them.
People said this in 2023 with when it was Denver, Miami. It's like, oh, if you don't like this finals match, if you don't like basketball, and then it was like an awful finals that no one watched.
That was just a bad
that was a
final.
bad final.
Like even last year was not a good final.
Well, the Nuggets,
I know
they were
bad
minus
final.
$1 billion, which I guess like the,
Well, that's what I'm
the
saying.
Thunder
That was a
honestly,
bad. That was a.
the Thunder will be minus.
You also
whoever,
could
but-
be
Market
heading for another.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying like
Dallas is
basketball wise, you knew like everyone besides me were pretty much saying the Celtics were going to win that series.
And it wasn't
like,
a good finals.
Like the Pacers,
That's the other part, like I know you're joking about it, but like the reason you didn't really celebrate, like it was just felt in the bag from like the whole week.
Yeah, you also could be heading for a nightmare type situation where if the Pacers close out in 5, which would be Thursday, Oklahoma City could close out what, tomorrow?
And then you have a week
You're looking
off.
at a full week.
Oh, Adam
that's
Silver
bad.
would love that.
Well-
He hates when there's NBA on. He wants no time.
Sound like Frank.
Guy's the fucking worst.
Like
8:30 tip. Let's start this at 9:17. We got 4 days off between series. Great.
See,
even the
Knicks-
casual fan at
sucks.
that point, I feel like won't know when the finals start, or they're completely checked out.
Absolutely
They'll be
not.
like, I ain't watching
The
it.
Knicks games start pretty close to 8 every time. The
they're doing
Western
okay with
Conference
that.
though, it starts at like 8:45.
insane.
Not 8:45, like 9. It's crazy.
Insane.
I wish the Knicks
TNT,
game was on at
ESPN.
7. Wish it was Eastern Conference.
It used to be when there was 2 games.
Too.
7's like so much better than
Perfect.
8:30 sucks.
100%.
8's
8:30s.
fine, but
Especially if
Just wait for the finals.
Eastern
Finals are
Conference
9
finals.
o'clock.
Eastern
Yeah,
Conference
like-
start at 7.
oh shucks, LA people have to watch it at 4. Who gives a fuck? They're not even watching. They don't like sports in LA. Just
I don't hate the 7:30.
7:30 is
7:30
fine,
is a good mix.
but it's not 7:30. It's
could still-
8.
yeah, you
Just
could- you still
basically
watch-
start at 8:15.
Still watch Jeopardy and then you bang it right
This
out.
was said on.
7:30 is good.
This is said on a competitors network. This is the most from Shams. This is the most I think anticipation teams executives have ever had about, over an offseason. I think this offseason might be the most crazy.
Bro, they say that every year. They say that
kinda
every
do.
single
mean,
year.
And to
The
be fair,
the free agents.
Also, yeah, the
isn't that
free.
great.
It's a
free-
dud
Yeah,
of
but
a free agent
tra-
class.
the
the
agents
trading
are
probably
free.
going to be
Trades
But,
gonna be crazy.
You know,
right?
Giannis, a player like Giannis switching teams is seismic.
That's big.
Giant.
the worst thing that happened to the media is Luka getting traded because now they'll just be like, Luka got traded. Anything that you say, they'll be like, you never know, Luka got traded. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, well,
we-
that's never going to happen again. So
Jokic could be a Knick in a month. You don't know.
Can I say this about Giannis? At this point, with how bad the East is, why he might stay.
Ugh,
No,
why?
you're
He
not
might
a title
stay.
contender. Like Dame
Why?
being
I don't
out
think
there.
you can
Because
build.
you can add more to there.
Yeah, but you
East
can't
stinks,
build
they're
the-
still not good though.
You can't build the Bucks around. There's a lot of.
If Dame
things
was
to build
healthy, you had a
around
better
them.
case. The
Dame,
fact that
Dame
has
being
to go through a
hurt.
whole rehab
Yeah, I
process.
guess.
Deal.
He hasn't outright said I want to be traded. He
No,
has not
he
said
loves
that.
Doc Rivers.
Yeah, that was nuts. I really thought that was a fake tweet yesterday. They were like, his relationship with Doc might keep him here. Like, what are we talking
I don't think Hubs is that wrong though, because like what like is he gonna go? Would you rather stay on the Bucks, right, in the East, or would you rather go to like a West team that's like it's still a
They
gauntlet?
got to just show him somehow. They're like, hey, this is how we're going to build this. Or we're going to
Yeah, which there definitely are. If
like
you're the Bucks,
they're kind of it is they don't have their draft picks and Dame's out.
but he has to demand a trade, correct?
Yeah.
Because he just resigned.
Essentially, yeah.
So like that's the thing. Like I think he's gonna stay. I really do.
Yeah, if he demands a trade from a team, he could. To get Giannis, they're gonna have to give up so much capital that they
much.
can't really build around him on the team that he goes to. So it's,
Yeah,
it's kind of
exactly. Like literally, it's impossible for the Knicks to really get him. Which obviously he wants to go to. It seems. What's another place that he can go to?
Cavs, and they could flip Mobley,
Mobley,
Hunter,
yeah.
and all their picks they have left.
So you're talking about Giannis only going to a team in the East?
I don't want that.
I'm saying
I
that
don't
he
want it to happen.
should
That's
only
a
go to a
possibility.
team in the East.
But it's crazy. I think the Bucks are in.
Unless he goes to the Lakers.
The Bucks are in such a bad financial spot.
Thunder though.
The gauntlet of the West still would give him a better shot, I think, than the Bucks.
100%. I
Yeah.
get that. I get that.
If they somehow finagle away to the Spurs
Bucks
or
are in
like
a
the
bad
Rockets,
spot.
the
But
But I'm
Rockets.
saying, like, do you want to go to like Gauntlet West? I don't know.
If I were him, I think I would rather that than just rot on the Bucks.
Well, what if they give him a plan? Like they're like, listen, we have
They
a
have
plan.
to.
They
It's a tough plan to concoct.
Like Lillard, you're just paying Lillard to do nothing next year.
When they
lot of
won,
money.
was it?
And then when he comes
when they won,
back-
was that great of a team? I don't even remember.
What?
They started off slow, but they,
Was that team around him? Was
solid.
it that great of a team that he won with?
No.
Yeah, Middleton.
Giannis?
I mean, Middleton.
They had
Middleton.
Milton.
Yeah, we're-
Oh,
yeah,
but like,
Yeah, but he's
he aged so much since-
I know, but like that's the thing. Like he
I don't think
didn't
that
have a
team was
lot
loaded.
around
I don't think
him.
that team.
I
was
wouldn't say they
loaded.
were
So
that great.
I think that's where he's also seeing that you can.
I think it's
win
better
with-
than getting credit in this room right now. I think it was decent
I don't-
supporting cast.
He said
Yes,
great.
I
Don't
agree.
say great.
Of
That's all.
course,
I'm
no
saying
one
he's not-
said-
I wouldn't
no one
say
s-
great, but I mean,
No one said it's
They're a
a.
good team.
But it
Middleton was a very good. Middleton's a very good player.
We're
But
forgetting.
then who's the third?
Rick Lopez was very good.
They had better-
These are
Brook
guys who
Lopez
they're not as good anymore. They're getting old. The team's
I
getting
get it,
old.
but I'm saying that's not Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton is not like a holy shit three at that time. We're not saying they're bad, but
Drew
that-
Holiday.
They had
Yeah,
better teams that never.
Yeah,
even
that's
got
a
to
good
the
team.
finals.
Like,
It's
no one's
it's
saying
okay.
it's a good, not a bad team, but
For a
that is
championship
not a
team, it's not good.
not a OKC team where you're like, holy shit, this guy. That's not a Warriors team where you're like, it's Steph Curry, this. Like that was just a team that like he really, I think he can get back.
How
I don't know if he can get back.
but he,
You're saying if you can get to the finals with that team and win it all, then they can figure something out.
Yes,
here.
I
That's what
think
you're
that
saying.
they can.
You're hamstrung by Lillard's contract.
I disagree with the way
That's
the
what they have to
contracts
figure
are.
out. That's the thing. I don't know all the ins and outs.
When you're just
of Lillard
burning
stuff.
like 50 mil on Lillard for the next like basically 2 years,
Yes.
that's like I think you can't even come back. Like
That's
that's
salvageable.
That alone is enough to like you're fucked.
yeah,
No,
I get that.
I think the Bucks team that won is one of the weaker teams that have won the NBA Finals. So certainly in the bottom 25%.
Sure, no, he's that good of like he was
Absolutely.
that special. Like,
That's
he
all.
was,
That's
like,
all. I think that's what Marty's kind of
Like,
saying.
no, I'm fine with that, but I think Middleton was like a legit all-star, like Holiday. Like,
Holiday was really good with
really
that.
good player. Lopez, like as like your fourth guy, like a legit big that was defensive player of the year kind of guy, like also can shoot threes. Like that was a versatile team. Like that was a very
Chill,
good
stud.
They're
basketball
probably
team.
like the third worst NBA champion of the century, I would say.
for sure.
Like,
Middleton
trying to
was
think of-
huge in that run though. They don't
That's
win
what I'm
without
saying.
him.
Like, obviously,
was
you,
an asshole
obviously
player.
you
Don't
have
undersell
to.
him.
Obviously, the supporting cast has to be good, but like I'm saying, there's been a lot of better supporting cast where he's like, okay, if I can, and I get the Lillard thing 100%. I don't know what they can do with it. Maybe they can. I don't. No one's gonna take him, so I don't know what the fuck they'll do. But in his mind, it's like, do you go to name a West team that they would say that they're saying?
Rockets. But that's when I think he could.
But it's also okay. But then, like, are you better than OKC still? Like, I don't know. Are you better than the Lakers if the Lakers add somebody?
Not a
too?
lock.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you add one person with the Bucks, you're at least competing for a championship of the East.
But
you
one
have
of
a
those guys.
pocket
But the thing is, they said that when they got Dame, and that clearly didn't happen.
But that's
And he
also
was-
like he got hurt.
But he got hurt a bunch, and like that's.
Oh, I know, but
Trade
maybe.
for old players, they get
But
hurt.
also, look what they were still like making the playoffs without Dame. You know, like that's where I'm saying like if they get that right person, like if they got Kevin Durant, right? I'm just saying they can make the Eastern Conference Final. I 100% believe that.
I don't think that's true.
I'm not saying they
is.
definitely
Giannis
can, but
and him, I do think is like the two really fucking good scorers, and I think that they can do pretty well.
also, I don't. But how do they acquire Durant? They have.
I'm not. I know that's just me throwing.
How about
out
like
a name.
Harden on an MLE for some reason you convinced him to go to Milwaukee? Like I don't know how it works.
Give a gun to his head?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But, no,
Depends how the
that's
strip clubs
like
are there. I don't know.
like I don't know how you get to point.
I don't know where the player is. That's what I'm saying. I don't. That's where I am. I haven't thought about.
that's
this
why I
at all.
feel like he's.
feel like
if I'm him, I'd rather go to the Rockets, and obviously they're going to give up.
Who they give up because they
They got a ton of draft picks.
no players.
They probably give up Jalen Green, I
Yeah.
guess. Like maybe. I think they probably try to keep Sengun. I would guess.
I think so too. Who by the way I'm going to try to trade.
So I think for them, they're going to say like, listen, Thompson off the table. Like we're not giving him. Like we have a ton of picks to give. You give Jalen Green, and like you throw him on a team like that. You have like a veteran like Van Vliet who's won a ring, like good player. If you can keep Sengun,
And they're
like,
missing a star player.
Thompson's like I think Thompson is like an ascending player who has like potential to be a star in like a year or two.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the path for him. Which I'm him. I'd rather that and just go at OKC and whoever else over.
Does this Knicks run take you out of the Giannis sweepstakes in that you're not going to trade Cat now because you guys like all right we made it to the we made it at least to the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe the NBA Finals. Like we're not going to blow this up.
No, I think the potential of Giannis is always out there.
I think Giannis, you're getting like a top like I'm trying to think in like since 2000, probably a top like handful player.
I agree.
It's like 2000. Like you get if there was a chance where like you could agree on a deal, I don't know how you don't pull the trigger for the Knicks.
We're seeing a lineup change in the middle of the conference finals too. It also kind of tells you it's like they're not happy. Like,
It's like Jordan Belfort and Wolf of Wall Street. Like his wife was great, everything was going well, but it's Margot Robbie, bro. Like he's pulling the trigger.
Rico, you're an idiot, by the way. I just saw your tweet. That is
Which one?
the movies. The movies have been very good.
He's upset about the movies?
Sinners is incredible.
I thought Sinners was okay.
It was fine.
Oscar, you're not having the movies? What
You
movies
said
are
the
you
movies have been bad. The theater experience has been zeros in the movies.
Since Top
having?
Gun.
Legit zeros in Top Gun Maverick? Oppenheimer was great.
I didn't see that.
so, healthy debate. If you were the Pacers, would you trade Halliburton straight up for Anthony Edwards?
No.
Are you crazy?
Wait.
Why?
Is it again?
What is that? Where'd
If
you
you're
find
the
that?
Pacers, would you trade Halliburton straight up for Anthony Edwards? Like,
I
which
actually
player
like
would
the
you rather
question.
What's the ages?
have? I think they're about the same.
Halliburton's probably a couple years older.
No.
You're saying no.
Anthony Davis?
No,
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Sorry. I was like, fuck no. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Pacers are saying
No,
yes
I don't.
to that
No,
immediately.
I don't.
Yeah, I think so
No.
too.
Tyrese Halliburton makes his team better. Like he plays point guard. Anthony Edwards is just kind of a ball suck, and he's good. If he's hitting shots, but I just don't think he makes his team like
Why is this a question?
better with his play.
Because I just got a text.
I actually I appreciate the question.
Yeah, but not like the second. You know, like
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
like I feel like.
I mean, you could.
Let's
say
talk about the Knicks and Pacers tonight.
if the
best
What's
player in the
the
playoffs.
what's the people feeling? What are the
I
fans
sense
feeling?
confidence in this room.
I feel
I think the
confident.
Knicks gotta go get it. I mean, listen,
me
we
too.
limited them to 5 of 25
spread
from
tonight?
3 in Game 3. It's
2.5.
Pacers minus. You got to limit them from 3. They can't go berserk from 3. Pacers cannot go berserk from
We're
3.
just hitting wide open shots. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or missing wide open shots. We shot like 20% from 3.
Yeah.
This is the same script we had during the Cavs. We went up 2-0. What are you smiling about, Meek?
My thought on this game, I think it's a blowout. I think it's a blowout in either way. I think either the Pacers.
all right.
blow
Yeah, way to
them
pick a
out, or
side.
The Knicks take it. The
Oh, either way. Way to pick a
I'm always
side.
saying it's not close.
No, because
I actually don't agree with that. I think it's
I don't
we've
know. I
had
think it's a
3
dog
close
fight.
games.
It's a
I think we're
very
due
big
for a
dog
team being
fight.
run out the gym.
I think this is such a both teams like I think the Pacers could have been a little more lackadaisical knowing you're up 2-0. They might not have thought at the time, but like this is both like must win for both teams right now.
I want to see what Aaron Neesmith is at game time.
That is very
Because
interesting.
that's a huge.
If Aaron Neesmith isn't
Game
playing,
completely swung the moment he came out of the game.
100%. If Aaron Neesmith isn't playing, his replacement is Ben Mathurin, and Ben Mathurin has
He's
been
been
unbelievable.
they actually said
Quoted by
on the
Reggie
broadcast
Miller.
like how bad he's been.
So bad.
wild.
He was good during the regular
Well,
season.
he was good up until he got ejected for shoving DeAndre Hunter, and then he came back from that, and he was just like airballing threes and just looking awful. He can't even set a screen. Like it's crazy. So maybe they go to Mathurin, maybe they play Ben Shepherd.
If Neesmith can't play, what does that do to your likelihood that Pacers win this game?
I'm sure he played. I mean, he came
Plays
back
just
in.
me
Came back in, but you never know. Swelling,
Let's say
you're
he's
running
very
on
limited then.
I still think the Pacers win.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not as easy. I mean, Neesmith has been nails. He's been so clutch. But I still am confident in the Pacers. I've seen the script.
I think the stream could be wild tonight. If there is a big swing, or if the Knicks are down bad, Meek might go on a
Or
rampage.
if Tyler McGill goes up 3 runs in the first inning.
Oh, I don't know.
I love the guy, and he's getting a little bit better. Clem does not have a great track record on streams.
Bad.
I think he's like 3 and
He was
3
here-
and 12
He
or
was here for
something.
Game 2
like-
versus Celtics.
Yeah, but I know he's getting a little. He does not have a great track record.
I think we're 1-0 with him on streams this year. Am I wrong?
Might be.
Yeah, big ones. I feel like.
I mean,
I'd say Game 2 Celtics was a big one.
yeah.
Yeah,
And we have a
but
better.
he's
we
not
have a
great
good
with the
record
minutes.
with you on stream. You
All right,
weren't
Phil.
there
All right,
at
Phil.
Game 1.
I got it, Phil.
Now we have you back tonight.
That's a good point, Phil.
Flipped it
That's
on
a good
him.
point.
Just completely derailed your whole conversation.
What will you destroy if the Knicks lose tonight, Phil?
Yeah, let's not break anything tonight.
what?
My heart.
Honest answer.
Attaboy, Meek.
That's a good answer.
Good.
Can't handle the
Good.
truth.
Good segue. Vibs picks.
Yeah, I was looking at him. I think Miles Turner is going to have a big game tonight. Miles Turner missed a bunch of wide open shots, and
I fucking love betting on.
I'm going. So I'm. Yeah,
I can't believe he missed that 3.
Me neither.
can't
20
either.
seconds left.
Me neither.
I know Mitch contested it, but man, that thing was in the air for an hour. It was.
He's
terrifying.
he's usually pretty damn solid. I'm taking Pacers money line, obviously, and then I'm taking Miles Turner on the points, 16 plus.
Hubs.
French Open, Joao Fonseca, our boy Marty Fonseca. He plays in about half an hour against Herbie Huggins, -135. Ronald Acuna Jr., 2+ bases, +115.
MVP.
Facing Ranger Suarez.
He's playing great so far.
But he's not gonna play enough games though. Mark.
Who's MVP of the NL right now?
Probably
Pete Crow
Shohei.
Armstrong?
A guy named Shohei Ohtani.
Probably Shohei.
Actually, I don't think Pete Crow's pretty close, so shut the fuck up.
Pete Alonso maybe in the mix.
Yeah, but the writers don't see anyone else but Shohei on the bench.
Shohei's also like they could get the fatigue. They could get fatigued.
I don't think so.
But
Ben
you-
Verlander will come to their
You
house.
have someone who plays
Hold
100
at gunpoint.
games.
He threw live batting
It's more than
practice on
100.
Sunday. Did you
I
guys
don't
see
know.
that?
It's more than 100.
It's 100. Well, that's if he plays every game though. Is he gonna? Is he be
115.
Cal Ripken the rest of the way?
You laugh. It's not that bad of a bet. You laugh like it's like the worst
It's
bet
a horrible
in the world.
bet.
It's not.
If he played
horrible.
162, it's a great bet. 110.
You also
games,
guys told me that he'd be
horrible.
coming more towards June playing. So you guys were
Said
wrong
late, I
about
think
that.
we said late May.
Oh, you said June.
I think we said late May.
No, you didn't. You said
Pretty sure we
June.
said late May.
Can I?
But you guys make some stupid plays.
It's basically June.
I mean,
It's not basically.
it
came back last week.
It's a bad play. It was a bad. It's okay.
It's not a
He's
bad
a great
play.
player. It's a bad play.
252 OPS plus in his first 3 games. Pretty good.
He's not.
Playing great.
I said if he hits a home run every game, he wins MVP.
Yeah.
No, he actually
252 OPS
does.
plus will
He
get
hits
it
40
done.
home runs. He's MVP.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
He is.
Marty.
Marty. This is why people hate you
That's
because
fine.
you talk down to me. Where it's like I understand
He
it's
hits
a
40 home
stupid
runs,
bet,
like-
but yes, he could.
If it's 40 and 100,
You don't think you could win MVP
He
if
win
it's
the MVP.
40? It's crazy.
Like just historical.
You just said he couldn't, and then you went back and said about stats. So is it
No, I'm
would
saying
he or not?
This is why I'm saying he can't win.
No. Would he? If it's no one's talking about that. If he hit 40, could he win the MVP?
No, could he? Sure. Will he? No. I mean,
Could.
like anything could happen.
What if the Braves went on an insane tear?
They win the
They
division.
win the East.
I don't think that's enough.
Fine, on the back of a
Better record.
home run.
Better record than the Dodgers.
See, Ev could think about some fun fucking
hypothetical.
You're like, no,
Division.
can't do it. No.
Oh, here are the odds.
Yeah, here are the odds.
Thank
You
you.
can get Ronald Acuna at 130.
130 to 1.
The fact that he's even on there
saying there's a
is
chance.
pretty impressive.
What was it to start?
Could he?
Can I be honest? The fact that he was even on there,
What was his number
did you get him at,
pre-debut?
it
though?
was like.
What did you get him at? We told you not to do it.
200 to
What
1.
did you get? What did you get?
It was insane.
200 to
Like
1?
The
It's
odds
not
are,
that.
the odds are dropping.
The odds are worse.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
drop
You said
it.
they're.
No, when Marty got it, it was not 131. It was a.
He just said it was 200.
No, it was a ton. What do you mean? He wasn't going to play. And it was already ruled out.
I don't remember that number being that high because I wouldn't have poo-pooed you.
Why would?
I mean, there's no way it would go up.
Why
after
would it
hitting
be
2 home runs
like?
in 3
Why would it
games.
be?
Because some people might have thought he'd come back earlier in April.
No,
Some people might not know he was hurt.
I took it like pretty close to the season happening.
You took it in spring training.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you took it more recently. All
No,
right, so
no,
I don't
no.
know about the number.
No, but it wasn't.
I thought you were
it
saying
was-
you literally took it like.
I'll look because
Oh, no.
Okay.
it was pretty high. I'm gonna be honest.
We all laughed at him, and he's like, "Oh, you said he's gonna come back in April," and we're like, "No, he's not."
If you took it at 100,
Shows are on tape, by the way.
If you took
Yeah, I know it was. I know I said that.
This has it plus 3,000 to start the year.
Yeah, 30 to 1. It wasn't 130 to 1.
But still, when do we shit on 30 to 1 bets?
That would be if you took a 30 to 1, it's 130 to 1 now.
That's where Marty is right
Well,
now.
when do we shit on 30 to 1 bets?
That's fair.
You can't win minus 110 bets. How we shoot? We can't do 30 to 1.
You not to do it.
Clemmer, if you have a bet 31, Clemmer's gonna say it's a stupid bet. Don't do
The
it.
guy's hurt. It's stupid. Yes, I will say that.
He's playing. Is he hurt right now?
He's hurt when you made the bet.
Be truthful on the show.
He's healthy right now. He was hurt when you made the bet. That's true.
2+ bases tonight. Sason's Ranger Suarez. I love the matchup for him.
Say it, Hubs. MVP.
MVP. I like that. That's
Every home run he hits, by the way, I just get flooded with MVP tweets. It's kind of really funny.
Incredible. I also have Giants money line minus 120. Logan Webb on the road in Detroit against Flaherty, and Jalen Brunson 30 points minus 120.
That's like me with CJ Crone when he was just,
Yeah, isn't it fun?
I don't think he's in the league anymore.
I don't believe so either.
On Friday, our DraftKings King of the Diamond picks. How'd we do on that?
Just you.
Vibsy was the only one that hit? I honestly didn't know that no one else
how
hit,
about those
but I
guys
did know Vibsy hit.
Those guys hit for $80,000 bonus bets.
Yeah, we talked about it on here.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Didn't
Already
you
picked
take-
the right team though.
Still a big
Yeah, I
story.
You picked
did.
the wrong player.
Yep. But we probably what'd they get that one?
It wasn't much. It wasn't much.
Pete Crow and like
There were
all
3
them.
guys.
Your guy has to go deep.
That's right. There were 3 guys.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I think it was like
You
$100
want
something
you
bonus.
only want
bet.
1 home run. It's a perfect
Yeah, because
storm.
you also
Yeah.
Swanson went deep and then someone else went deep. Oh, Suzuki went deep.
I
so
think it was like
probably
$120 bonus bet off the top of my head. It could be
Still
off
pretty
by
good.
that.
Why does everyone keep bringing up the Pete Crow Armstrong trade just because he's doing well this year? Like, who
Yes.
cares?
That's a terrible trade.
And it was they
And
got
the Mets made the trade. They
nothing
didn't even
back.
make the playoffs that year.
But the trade was
So
so
dumb.
long. I get it was stupid, but like it's so long ago. And
Well, it's so
why didn't they do it last year? No one.
How big of a prospect was he at the time?
No,
No
He
one
wasn't
talked about
even
the trade.
top 100.
Wasn't top
The
100.
trade last year when
He
Pete
had
Crow
shoulder
Armstrong was
surgery.
playing.
Where was he in your system?
I mean, I did.
He was
I know
our
you
sixth
did,
ranked
but I'm
prospect.
saying like it's getting more national.
He's becoming
attention.
better and better.
Yeah,
Frustrating.
What do you got, Clement?
time Baez was good.
Yeah, but you don't do it for half a season when you don't make the playoffs. That's stupid. My baseball player of the day, which Marty's right,
Could have won.
has not been good.
You have been bad.
Jack Flaherty. I've
Been bad. So
Yeah.
maybe try a 31. Get it.
I got a plus-
maybe you'll be positive.
Plus 125. Jack Flaherty over 3 or more earned runs.
So we're aligned there.
Are we?
I have the Giants.
All right, good. On the Pacers money line, the way I look at it is this: you've had 2 fluke games and 1 game that's not. The Pacers won the one that's not. So I'm leaning, but I'm not taking the spread. Taking the money line because I'm not confident. I don't know. Astros run line and Diamondbacks run line.
I got OG 3+3s plus 165.
It's a little higher. It was 150, I think, for game 3. I had that.
Thank you.
Ev.
I'm on the Knicks plus 2.5 and money line plus, what is it, 114 right now. And I'm also on the Dodgers money line, and I'm on the Twins money line.
Marty.
I have that parlay for the Knicks. I'll have more, so be in that Barstool chat. Make sure everyone's in that Barstool chat for the DraftKings. Everyone's picks goes in there. It's very fun to you can clown on us.
Fire tennis stuff in there.
You can clown on us. You can tail us. Whatever it is. I have the Dodgers minus 130. I have the Cardinals minus 115. The Orioles are dog shit. Braves. Why? Oh, I guess they believe in Strider.
Strider hasn't been good, but I mean he's Strider. Like he's had a rough couple starts.
Yeah, they're even. And then I'm taking.
I lean Braves there.
Take the Yankees minus 1.5. It's just they just win every game. So
Or
it's
18
nice.
and 4 the last 22.
They just sleptwalked last night and they won that game. It was,
It was the most boring game I've ever watched
really
in my
was.
life.
Really
And
boring.
the
I
only thing
just-
that could make it worse was Flaherty on the call, but he wasn't. They took him off.
as long as they won, and I was still like I was boring.
The only thing was Weaver. The Weaver use was weird.
Yeah,
5 times in 7 days.
Yeah, and it was unnecessary because he
but
pitched
they didn't
a lot.
use him
the
for
game
a week
before.
at one point this year, which is very I don't know. The whole
They've
thing
been
is weird.
It's been weird usage. For a little bit, we thought he was injured.
Yeah, at least Devin Williams.
You guys had
isn't-
that game wrapped up. Like you didn't need to use him. The Angels offense too.
It wasn't even.
I fully agree. I think it was, and Devin Williams was ready
It
to
wasn't
go.
a save.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because I thought at first
I didn't hear Boone's
explanation.
explanation, but he pitched a lot in the Sunday game.
Fucking throw Tim Hill out there. Who cares?
You think
You know what I
3
mean?
runs? I think a save should be 2 runs.
No, you can't change.
No,
it.
because
Three's a good number.
I think 3 is like if it's 4 to 1.
You know why they made it that way,
the
Marty?
save-
Just
Saves
one-
used to be multiple innings. So like
Oh.
3, you come in. Really, just come in. The save rule was put in 1969.
came in like the 7th.
Guys were coming to 7th or 8th,
Yeah.
right?
That makes sense then.
Phil, close us out.
Deuce McBride, A+ points, minus 120. I think we needed a big Deuce game to win.
All
Hopefully,
right.
he doesn't have 3,000 a minute.
yeah, it would have been a
again.
bigger game in Game 3 if you didn't have 3 immediately.
Yeah, well, hopefully the refs are good this game.
Yeah.
Granite Stream at 3 o'clock today. We're gonna trade Sengun. We're doing it. We're trading.
Then,
Rock hard.
Rock hard.
Rocket Men stream. All these guys can't come because of the Knicks stream, but it's me, Clemmer, and Tommy Smokes and Maria doing a little Rocket Men and Blackjack. So 6:30.
All right, leads right into the Knicks. 8 o'clock tip stream tonight. We will see you tomorrow.